Hello everybody, my name is Deb, and I want to welcome you to another episode of Just for Deb's RV Transport Adventures. Everybody. The girls and I spent the night in Hobbs, New Mexico at a pilot truck stop, and I have to admit, as far as truck stops go, as far as pilot truck stops go, this is the bestest one I've seen so far. Check it out. It's also worth mentioning that the town of Hobbs, New Mexico has plenty of parking. The whole town is just thriving with little truck stops and convenience stores with big parking areas. You definitely wouldn't have any trouble finding a place to park in that town. I'm impressed. Alright everybody, quick update. I'm in the Dallas area, like Grand Prairie, I think, sitting along the side of the road on Interstate 30. So I never thought I'd need to use my spare tire, but I'm going to have to. And I hit an object in the road, a sharp square metal piece of something, and it took out my passenger side steer tire. I have called the insurance company, and they're like, yeah, we can't send anybody unless you plan on making a claim, and then we can help you, and the deductible's $1,000. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can get somebody to come out to my location and change a flat tire for about $200. Turns out $98. So Richard's on his way, and this traffic is so bad. Why is it you never have a blowout in a good location? It's always in some terrible, awful location, dangerous, side of the road, traffic. Anyway, as soon as the traffic clears, I gotta go back there and unstrap the spare tire and get it all ready. I've already, first thing I did was put out my emergency triangles, and surprisingly, they're still standing upright. Here in a second, when I can get out of this truck, I gotta take care of business. But right now, as you can see from the traffic going by, I ain't getting out of this truck. You couldn't pay me to get out of this truck right now. Oh, and we're getting on, let's see, it's 2, yeah, it's 2:30 in the afternoon, so it's not even rush hour-ish. I don't see any damage. We shall see. I did lose my hubcap though. I take it back, bruise damage. That's apparently where I hit the metal. So I got a boo-boo. Morning everybody. Just wanted to give you an update and let you know that I spent yesterday afternoon, driving around getting my blowout fixed. I took a trip south of Dallas, like 38 minutes, to a junkyard, and I found a rim. And they disposed of my other rim and tire with no disposal fee. Yay to that. It was either that I was going to drop it in the dumpster at my BFF's apartment building complex new thing, but they took it, so that was good. Then drove back up north to Discount Tire. They had the tire I needed, and they mounted it on the rim. What I should have done, and didn't think of it until I was laying in bed last night, not sleeping, that's when I get my best thinking done. I should have had them, because the spare was new. And what I should have done is had them take the new tire that I purchased and put it on the front, on the driver's side steer. And then the driver's side steer that's there now should have ended up being my spare. So when I get a moment, I'm going to whip into a shop or something and ask them to switch those tires out for me, because I don't like that I've got a new tire on the passenger side and a worn, not terribly worn, but there is tread difference, and I don't want to put my front end into buying too much. So I'm gonna do that when I get a moment. Right now, currently, I am on my way down to a little town south of Dallas. It's actually, I think it's just west of Houston. It's a little town called Katy, Texas. All right, everybody, as mentioned earlier, picking up a load in Katy, Texas, going to, let me get the name again, because I forgot it. But I'm already hooked to the unit. I already did my pre-trip, I already submitted my pictures. Thought I'd do a walk around with you guys so you can see it. Yeah, Cut Off, Louisiana. I don't know why I remembered it earlier and couldn't remember it this time, but I had a little trouble finding the unit. I walk into the building and I got Mrs. Black and Mrs. Brown, then I got the runaround, and then Mrs. Green came on the line. But anyway, they finally got it squared away, and the unit's waiting. The unit was sitting here waiting. It's in the shade too, that's way cool. So let's go ahead and do the tour. It's a great day to have a tour. Starting with our safety things. Light cord is plugged in and black taped. Breakaway cable is attached. The safety chains are hooked and crisscrossed. The tongue and the the light cord and the breakaway cable are running through the padlock that has the tongue locked down. I have already removed the cover for the propane tanks because it's flopping around. This one came with its own battery, so I didn't have to bring mine out. And I have my weight distribution hitch hooked up. It's a good thing I checked the lugs. Some of them were tight, some of them were not. Air pressure's where it's supposed to be. I did remove the end caps from the bumper. It did not come with a spare tire cover. And I'll take you up inside and let you see it as soon as I lower the stairs down. course, I absolutely love those steps. When I first started this day out, there was a thought and a possibility I might be able to deliver the unit today. I will not know that until I call destination because of the delay that I had here trying to get to the unit. Not sure that will happen. No big deal. If it doesn't, I'll catch it in the morning. And so I'm going to close the unit up, lock it up, do my yard exit call, and head on down the road. So, as always, I'll try to keep you updated as things happen. Alrighty, folks, from Cut Off, Louisiana, I have delivered. It was this reload was a unique situation. I think all of the reloads on the board end up being unique because you never know where you're going to deliver. I had some delays at the pickup point to where realistically when I thought I was going to be able to deliver tonight, I couldn't. But that's because of where I was delivering. I actually was delivering to a residential address, and through the course of the conversation I kind of gathered that this person that I that I was delivering the load to kind of qualified for a camper, not like FEMA, but something like that. So apparently, now I'm all over the place with my thoughts here. I am super tired, so try to keep up, right? Yeah, where did my thoughts just go? Right out the window. FEMA. Oh, apparently, see, I don't watch a lot of news down here. I don't watch a lot of news, but apparently down here there was a storm that come through, and this town that I'm in is just recovering from the storm. There's downed trees, downed lines, power lines and phone lines and things like that, crushed up metal everywhere, debris by the side of the road, piles of debris by the side of the road where I guess they're waiting on the trash guy to come by, tarps covering roofs, that kind of thing, brick walls just laying beside houses and stuff. And I delivered to an area like that. The guy's house was damaged by the storm, and he qualified, however, for this camper that I delivered. And I literally put it in their backyard, and I guess he's going to stay in the camper while he's fixing up his house. Why am I telling you all of this? I guess just to say it was a successful delivery, but it was a unique situation. In a way, I kind of like working the reload board because you get to do different things. However, I'm down here deep in Louisiana, like south of New Orleans, and there ain't nothing happening on the reload board. I'm gonna have to relocate again somewhere where I can get another load, but I'm so tired. Oh, that was the reason I was telling you that. So I was delayed at the customer to the point where when I called the dude and said, I'm coming in with the unit, he goes, when are you gonna be here? I said, well, Google Maps says I'm gonna be here at 10 o'clock. And he goes, can we do it at 7 in the morning? I said, sure. And he says, yeah, I'll call, what's his name? The guy that actually is gonna get the camper. He says, I'll call him and let him know you're coming in and tell him to take a day off of work. So there was 3 guys waiting for me when I got there at 7. And they literally took time off from work for me to wait for my arrival so they could get the camper set up. And so I drove all night to get here, 6 hours, and I was still legal on my logbook, but I was tired anyway because I'd gotten up at 5 in the morning. I was all psyched about this load, and so I'm running on about 5 hours of sleep. I have to I'm going to go 30 miles back the way I came because there was a truck stop back there, and I'm hoping it's more functional because the only thing happening in this town is the McDonald's that I ate breakfast at, and it's drive-through only. I don't know how people are going to the bathroom and doing all that other stuff around here, because this place, hell, it's a nice little community. I've got a view of the canal here. Let me show you the canal. That's right in front of me. So it's a nice little area. But they've just been hit hard by a storm. And you can't see too much debris. There's see that pile of debris? That's a small pile of debris compared to what I've been seeing. But even the business that I'm parked in, they're closed right now, but trashed. And that's a drawbridge over there, right there. And then the boats in the canal, that bridge will draw so that they can get through. But neat little community, but boy, I feel bad for them. Everybody's out. You hear pounding, hammers going on, and all the cleanup that goes along with it. So anyway, there's nothing for me here, and I'm too tired to make a decision. I've been checking the reload board, and I could probably nab a load, but because I'm tired, I'm like, man, maybe I'm not thinking clearly. So I'm gonna drive to the truck stop, and I'm gonna get a nap and some rest, because I don't want to do something stupid like drive 17 hours for a load or something like that, just because I can, because I'm like that. So I'm gonna leave this open, this channel open for now, in case I see some stuff I want to share. But yeah. Okay, that's it for now. I'm gonna boogie, and I'll talk to you guys later. Alrighty folks, after a much needed nap, and it was a pretty decent one, I found a place to park the truck under a shaded tree. Had a nice cross breeze blowing in. I'm a little rested. Found me a load on the reload board. I was able to self-dispatch again. I'm really kind of liking that. They're all little short runs right now, but there's one I'm eyeballing. It goes from Massachusetts down to Mississippi. And I thought, oh, there's several of them. I'm like, oh, I'm at the wrong end of the country. Anywho, I am kind of just pausing here in a little bit of construction. It's getting warm. Everything's going good. I'm happy. It's warm down here. I love it. So yeah, on my way to Florida, so I guess I'll just go ahead and close out this episode so that I can get started on the next one. I'm so far behind on posting my trips. Should have done one while I was in Dallas. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. It'd be really super awesome if you subscribe, if you haven't already. Click the like button, share, ring the bell. I don't know why I say it that way. Ring the bell. It just sounds boring that way. Ring the bell. And as always, I welcome comments. Let me see, was there any, yeah, there's always good comments. Was there anyone that stuck out particular that I want to comment on? I don't know, maybe my brain ain't fully active. But anyway, I do appreciate the comments. And just remember, guys, it's all about the perspective.